75%, morale high, grey cloak activity average, inner strength is average, training is best though, weapons are best, armor is good. Reinforced towers. We're good. I should switch gear for the starting 5 rings and amulets mostly. If I can equip them with better, but that's it. I believe I managed with the hardest fight in the game yesterday with the dragon. Because that was the hardest thing by far. You can check on these.
Follow me, now.
Susie. Plus 3 strength measures ring.
Certain.
Yes.
This is too much to carry. Follow me, now.
Follow me.
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
How can I help?
Yes. What is it?
Yes.
Follow me, now.
Make your path mine.
Follow me.
Follow me, now.
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
Yes.
am certain.
Yes.
Make your path mine.
Yes.
Follow me, now.
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
Yeah.
How can I help?
Yeah.
A saving throw universal.
I am certain.
But then again,
This is too much to
Yeah.
carry.
this one is better.
Yes.
Yes.
Follow me.
Yes. What is it?
Yes.
Yes.
I am certain.
Follow
Yes.
me.
Make your
Follow
path
me.
mine.
I am certain.
Rabbi, how you doing, Rabbi? Don't call the coach bad. Okay. I'm not watching football, but I was watching football for nearly 30 years of my life. If coach wants something, it can be bad. But maybe the players. How old is Ronaldo now? 36. What do you expect? You win Euro again? That never happens. Back-to-back titles never happen. Back-to-back titles, they happen in basketball, but not in football.
Yes.
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 Yes. What is it?
As I said, I was listening to that story a long time ago, especially for coaches. When they win and when they lose, they're very good when they win, then they know nothing when they lose. You know what happened to Scolari, for example? Was Scolari leading Brazil when they lost 7-1 to Germany? Before that, Scolari won tons of different championships, league, World Cup, everything, South America Cup. And then he was the worst coach on the planet when they lost 7-1. Same happened, I don't know if you know those old coaches. Same happened to Vicente del Bosque. Same happened to... I also forgot most of those old coaches. That was during 90s. The one that trained Newcastle when Shearer played. Bobby Robson. He was a phenomenal coach. I'm listening to the same shit from you now that I listened 30 years ago for other coaches. It's always the coach's fault. Okay? Never the players, always the coaches. It's always this one. Just so you know. When teams are losing, it's always just this one is gonna get better. It never gets better. It usually gets
Yes.
worse.
Yes.
Yes. What is it?
Yes.
You'll learn. You'll learn
Yes.
when you watch
What
it.
is it?
I learned it a long time ago. Football is just one big fraud, nothing else.
Yes.
Fraud
Yes.
for betting,
Yes.
for money.
Yes.
Football is not a game anymore, it's a fucking industry. A very corrupted industry. That's the life. Trust me, it doesn't matter who the coach is. Not anymore. Shadow River Camp. I know. I did the same when I was younger. But it's all a waste of time. Waste of precious time.
Do you remember me? I am the one who tasted the lifeblood of several of those in Castle Never, whom you swore to protect. You should have learned then that I cannot be destroyed. Yield now, and I shall make your end quick. Defy me, and you shall die for days.
I have your true name, Fiend.
You think that will make a difference? The ritual burned clean all of my ties to pathetic mortality.
Not words this time you will state that.
Know that I possess the name, but will need time to give it voice. You must shield me until the name has been spoken, or this battle is lost.
Wilkena Dramath van Bleef, Danuin's array, Palakal van Oets. Wilkena Dramath van Bleef, Danuin's array, Palakal van Oets. Wilkena Dramath van Bleef, Danuin's array, Palakal van Oets. Wilkena Dramath van Bleef, Danuin's array,
Let us settle this.
Wilkena Dramath van Bleef, Danuin's array, Palakal van Oets.
I can do that.
Wilkena.
I can do this.
It is hard, okay, without buffs.
Got them spotted. Here.
Who's hurt? Come on!
Shadow River, man. Finish the recitation already.
Host was formed. Aya comes. Give me a moment, and this will all
This is unreal. How long does it last?
Let us attack.
Glory formed.
Son of a bitch.
Aya crumbs. Point. Aya crumbs. Point.
Finish the recitation already.
That's within my power.
Do I need to trigger something for you to finish recitation or not? Always when you get him injured, he does this knock throw shit. She died.
Bonaparte.
Or if it's a bug, she should have finished by now.
It seems enemies have arrived.
You think yourself more than a match for me? You think yourself more than a match for me?
Crazy.
I'll handle this one.
More have come to block our path. Know that your life is at an end. Mind Flayer slave.
Recite the true name, god damn you. think it's a bug. There is no other. So I guess it's a bug. She has a name. Recite it. There is no option to recite. He cannot kill this too, but it's fucking never ending. They got Risha. She dies.
I am finished.
Know that your life is at an end.
There is no point. I don't know. It seems like it's a bug. There's no other explanation. It seems like it's a bug. She needs to recite. I mean, we've been fighting for 10 minutes. Come on. How long does it take? 20 fucking minutes. It's a bug. Sister, what's up?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
How can I help?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm certain. By my direction, attack!
I mean, I can also take Amon Jero. He knows the names also. Instead of Nishka. Does he have items?
What is it? Yes. What is it? What is it?
Let's take both of them. Both Amon Jero and the priest. There's a double chance to recite.
What is it? Follow me, now. Yes. Follow me, now. Yes. Follow me, now. What is it? Follow me, now. This is too much to carry. Yes. Yes. What is it? Yes. Yes. What is it? Yes. Yes. What is it? What is it?
Belt and boots.
Yes. What is it? All of you, follow me! Yes. What is it?
We give it a shot like this. What, you had a real blackout. How old are you? Could have been
You
because of the
remember
heat
me?
also.
You should have learned then that I cannot be destroyed.
It will take me some time to recite the name. Shield me until the recitation is complete, or the battle is theirs.
Okay, he's doing his thing.
It seems enemies have arrived.
He's doing that thing. Shoot. Do the recitation, motherfucker. He did it, I think. Man, it happened in an instant. She bugged out. Good thing I took both of them. It was a bug. The silver shard. Shadow River.
It is another shard. Perhaps the last one we need.
This is the last piece.
The last? No. But enough to unite the blade and achieve victory? I think yes. Know that if we can discover how to reforge the blade, then we will have the only weapon that can harm the King of Shadows.
Wicked Union. Large 34. Comparing generation. So who knows how to reforge? Crossroad King, fine. Should buy boots and belt for Amongero.
Know that the name made it vulnerable, and the Shadow Reaver is no more. And we recovered another shard upon its body. Know that other pieces of the blade are missing. But I think with this shard, we now have enough.
Enough to remake the blade. And how do you know that?
I simply know. But the pieces are not enough. I still do not understand how the sword was broken in the first place. Was it the power of the avatar of the King of Shadows? I was not there when it shattered, so I do not know.
Amon, can you offer an insight?
If I could, I would. But you are right to ask me. At least I speak plainly, unlike the Gith. I was too busy being detained on the lower planes after the battle with the Avatar, and have had little time since then to discover how the blade was broken. But there is one who has had much time to consider it, and knows something of the King of Shadows.
It's better than Big Robnar.
The King of Shadows has had many enemies. In the distant past, he fought an ancient dragon by the name of Nololoth, and their battle spanned the plains. Nololoth was defeated, unfortunately. He was struck down, but his spirit was chained to this realm by the Ilfarn Empire until they could find a way to heal him. He was their mercenary, you see. But neither he nor the Ilfarn were able to give the other what they needed. Nololoth was defeated, and so were the Ilfarn. Nololoth held little else of value concerning the King of Shadows. Or so I thought until the Gith sought to enlighten us about this last shard.
Suspicion is something that you know well, Aman. Know that I, too, have suspicions concerning sudden revelations, such as this dragon you have suddenly cast light upon.
At some point, you will all need to trust my reasons if we are to get through this.
It is not a question of trust, I think.
In any event, this information may prove useless. The last time Nololoth and I spoke, we did not part on friendly terms. He has little reason to help us, or me. I inquired after information to defeat the King of Shadows, and Nololoth wished more than I could give at the time.
If this Nololoth knows how the blade was broken, then that is knowledge we must have.
Where is he?
I can give you Nololoth's location, but it's not an easy journey. In the past, Nololoth had many guardians, red dragons, all of whom infest the area where he is chained. He is something of a legend in their eyes, and they make the pilgrimage to bask in his presence, and perhaps to steal secrets of the ancient Ilfarn ruins where he resides. I will mark its location on your map, and I am sure at least your Gith follower will wish to accompany you.
I don't know if I should take him or Nishka with the dragon.
Yes.
I need to equip him with a belt and boots, then we're gonna go see the dragon.
Follow me. All of you, follow me.
One belt.
All of you, follow me. Follow me, now.
Don't have anything to do in a castle. So they try to ambush me. We have the true names of the Shadow Rivers. I'm gonna ask about Shadow Rivers again, and then we're off.
The war gets closer to home every day. Some local lords are conscripting farmers to serve in the war.
That is exactly the reason why the Grey Cloaks were formed. Reliance on an untrained militia was part of the reason the Luskins overwhelmed us with ease.
The King of Shadows has amassed a great army. I think the lords believe that they need every available hand to counter this threat. The Grey Cloaks and Knights may not be enough alone.
Untrained farmers are generally used as shock troops. Casualties are high, and their effectiveness debatable.
Do you wish to conscript troops from the farmers?
What do you think is best?
I will send runners out to the villages then. We may not need to conscript too many. There are plenty of recruits on your land that you've turned away from the Grey Cloaks. We will start training them as best as we're able. If the war comes to us, I'll make them as ready as I can.
Fine. I want to see if I can finish with a golem. That thing is a war asset. Oh, La Shiva is here. Wizards. Govnar.
Some way I can help?
Can't fix this fucking. Pet which leaves this area. I won't take Amonjero with us, I'm gonna take Nishka. Nalalot's Valley. We go for the dragon. Not a big man. Final war. Can finally upgrade armor to the max. This is great.
We have been climbing for some time, but I feel that our destination is near. Ah, look there. It is the path that Amonjero spoke of, the one that winds like the tail of a great beast.
Let's be off. So great crystal.
Life grows thick here, even in the middle of these dead mountains. It must be the presence of the dragon spirit that makes this place possible. Know that we should continue our search. The dragon cannot be far.
The ore.
This crystal. It is shaped like the heart of a dragon. I do not think we should harm it, since that could serve only to anger the dragon.
Spirits should be worried about angering me.
Know that perhaps. Know that I feel a great energy coming from this crystal. Dragonkin must be drawn to it and covet its power. They watch us for now. We must be careful.
The ore. Check the crystal. What is this crystal? Let's see. Examine. Walk away. If I attack the object, I'm gonna spawn all of those dragons. There is something here. Cliff edge. Jesus Christ. Is resting allowed in the area? Oh shit. Let's still count as resting. A bug. The fuck? What is wrong with me? Under what effect? Please don't troll.
You dare to disturb me here? Were I not chained to this deathless existence, I would scatter your shattered bodies to the winds for your trespass. Yet instead, you roam unchecked within my remains, like parasites. What promises shall you make this time? It speaks. Your masters allowed you to negotiate on their behalf then. What more have they come for?
I'm no one's servant.
Lies! Why else would you be here in this, one scar in the earth, were it not at the command of the Ilfarn? I may rest upon the brink of death, but do not think me blind to what transpires on my grave. You are here because you again need my help, though you always refuse the price. Did you think you could cage a power of the plains? I will show you what it means to be caged. Together we shall remain here, to contemplate, to despair, to rot. I have been here for millennia. How long do you think you will last, mortal?
Not Eliza will find. Here to seek help against the great evil. Came here to lay waste to the shadows. I will not be denied here.
Shadow? What shadow?
The King of Shadows has returned to this plane. Know that if he is not stopped...
This changes things. While I hate the Ilfarn, that is but a pale flame compared to my hatred for the King of Shadows. I have not heard that cursed name for a lifetime.
What is your name?
My name is Nolaloth Karagazant, but I know the weaknesses of the minds of mortals in shaping such words. You may settle with Nolaloth. Once I was a great power, an ancient being of crystalline might. Once, now no longer.
Nololoth, you were the worm of legend that fought the King of Shadows.
Fought at last, it would seem.
Are you or are you not of Ilfarn?
No, Ilfarn is long dead.
Dead. Then my last shreds of hope go along with them. It is a wonder that the endless decades have not driven me mad. I have waited for them for thousands of years. I was promised a new life, and instead, I have been abandoned, left to languish in this insignificant crack in the world. And when an eternity had passed, another fragile mortal appeared, no doubt seeking power. He called himself Armanjero and claimed to be of Ilfarn.
Why did he come here?
He pretended to bring good news, that the glorious Ilfarn Empire had returned to restore me to life. But what he wanted, I will never know. He asked me questions about my past and what happened long ago, and then left. If you are not of Ilfarn, why have you come here to torment me?
Your enemy, the King of Shadows, never died.
I would never fight it again, even if I could. And how am I to help, as impotent as I am now?
Tell me about your battle with it.
For the mere chance of having a hand in destroying my adversary, I will help you. Ask your questions.
It said they come to the aid of the people of Ilfan.
The people of Ilfan said many things, as did their leaders. They begged, filled the air with promises of glory and wealth, and I listened. Whatever your histories or seers have told you, know that I helped because I was promised the riches of the Ilfan Empire.
You fought for mere treasure.
The hearts of all things are covetous. Mine is not deceitful, as it were.
This is where we differ.
Perhaps it can be, but the answer is not important. What is important is that you are resolute, that you understand your reasons for the coming battle. The King of Shadows will employ doubt and darkness before the battle is even joined.
Tell me what happened during the battle.
The people of Ilfan were desperate. Their once defender, known only as the Guardian, had been corrupted and transformed into the shadowy being that haunts you today. The King of Shadows was once the light of Ilfan.
Who was the Guardian?
I do not know his identity. I cared little. The history of your people is littered with many such lapses in judgment, granting mortals power beyond the control of the ones they are intended to serve. The King of Shadows was once but an ordinary mortal, a great champion they called him, but still as fragile as the others. He was made into a creature fueled by the weave, tied into the fabric of magic.
How was he corrupt?
Its corruption was not the fault of the Ilfan Empire, directly. The Guardian was built to protect them from the Netherese, a kingdom that had learned many of the secrets of Ilfan. However, an archmage of Netheril named Karsus dared to challenge mortality itself. He absorbed all the magic from the weave to ascend to godhood, and for a brief time, the Guardian was stripped of its life essence. Because the Guardian was a creature of the weave, it needed a replacement to survive. Like all creatures, it desired life, so it drew from the only alternate source of magic, the Shadow Weave. The Shadow Weave is a potent but tainted source of power, and it was not long before the Guardian himself was corrupted.
Just close the door. It's way too hot outside. How were you brought into this?
The King of Shadows brought despair, and the men of this land wailed loudly enough to get my attention. I answered the pleas out of curiosity. When I confronted the leaders of Ilfan, they saw me as a potential ally in the fight against the King of Shadows. Never before have I met a being as relentless in its devastation. It exists by drawing upon the life and strength of others. As I grew weaker in battle, it only became stronger. Shadow triumphed that day.
How did you end up here?
Defeat. Shortly after I first clashed with the King of Shadows, I knew that escape was necessary. The Guardian of Ilfan was relentless. It fought me until I fell from the sky.
Why are you still alive?
The Ilthan. I fought the King of Shadows and paid the price for my arrogance. When it left, I was but a broken shell on a lesser plane. Atop this empty rock, I awaited the end. Presumably, your progenitors found a way to triumph despite my loss. They came to me and bound me with primitive magics. The years floated by like specks of dust in the still air. No one returned, and not even death could grant me peace. But many lifetimes later, they arrived, the Githyanki.
What do they want with you?
I had a conversation once with men of the astral plane. They came with shimmering blades in hand, and desperation reflected in their eyes. Always it is about this King of Shadows. I have been deceived countless times by those it torments, and the Githyanki were no different. They came and pleaded for advice, their pathetic cities having been attacked by your adversary.
So what did the Githyanki want to know?
Many cities fell to the King of Shadows. Even in its Nightwalker form, the Githyanki could not destroy it. Sword after sword shattered upon impact, and more cities fell. The Nightwalker could be hurt, but it could never be hurt enough. Not with 1,000 swords. Somehow, the Githyanki had come to learn that I had battled with the King of Shadows in the past. They promised to restore me if I helped them.
So he escaped twice.
In a sense, your prisons do not seem to be effective. Of course, mortals lack perspective and can hardly be expected to plan beyond a few thousand years. In truth, the King of Shadows had not yet left its prison. Slowly, it was ripping open a portal into the astral plane. This fissure allowed it to manifest itself in an avatar, a powerful Nightwalker. The Githyanki objected to its presence. Your adversary spreads its influence by corrupting its targets until they no longer resemble what they once were. Eventually, all one can see is the shadow. It grows long and distracts us from what casts it. But a shadow can never become more than a weak outline. It may stretch and grow fearsomely large, but always must it circle its master. Your blade is no different. If the sword is to be made whole again, you must look past the pale shadows its broken pieces cast, and find the center from where the shadow emanates. If you do not, then there is no way in which the sword may be reformed.
I don't have all the pieces of the blade.
Your sword will never be the same blade as before. No, it can only be a new creation, even if it resembles its old form to a discerning eye. Having all of the pieces may be the least of your concerns, mortal.
There's a scar in my village.
Then that is where you must go now, mortal.
It will be perilous. But I believe we can use the song portal from the Ilfarn ruins to reach the Guardian ruins on the outskirts of West Harbor.
I can see from your eyes that this is what you came for. Now, I must ask of you. Always I have been promised recompense at a later date. Even now, my mind verges on insanity with the long years. For tolerating your presence, I make but one demand. Kill me.
You wish us to end your life?
This life is an abomination, and I am no longer content to wait for chance to rescue me from the void.
There still might be chase to see.
I am ultimately at your mercy, but know that you squabble over nothing. My life ended long ago. To kill me, mortal, you must simply destroy my heart. Be warned, it attracts many beings of power that feed from it, as you have already noticed. My body is no more, but in its place, a new kind of life has sprung into being. My heart is all that remains. The last shreds of my life reside within. You may harm it now that I wish it to be so. Go now. I tire of everything.
Okay. First, let's see what is gonna spawn on us. It's optional whether you wanna destroy his heart or not. 1 million dragons will spawn now. Do it without buffs first.
Let us grant it sleep at last. Hurry. Other beings may be drawn to the crystal as we speak. These dragons have only rage in their eyes. Words will not avail us here.
Like dragons. Let's use buffs. Pre-buffs before this. It's gonna be rough. I really don't know. If they're as tough as the red dragon that I killed, I see no way. If they're easier than the red dragon, then it's fine.
Yes.
Speed it up.
Let us grant it sleep at last. These dragons have only rage.
turns mad. Ooh, what the fuck? Who one-shotted it? 10 times easier than the Red Dragon. Red Dragon was insane. These are insane. Shit. I mean, I know I use like a lot of buffs, but still. Natural armor +4. Slightly. Sword. Is it done? Is it done? Destroy the crystal card. Destroyed.
A creature with compassion. My last wonder before oblivion. At last, for the first time in ages, I am freed of my shackles. Free to move towards death once again. It feels right.
Crystal heart fragments. Crystal heart shard, basic crafting component. Can be distilled into powerful essences. Yields radiant power essence, radiant air essence, radiant water essence. Fuck yeah, Fuyo! What now? Now we need to travel from a portal to West Harbor. Back to the village. Right. There was only one extremely hard fight on this difficulty, and it was with a Red Dragon. Everything else was like playing on easy. Red Dragon was tough, really tough. Ruins of Arma. First I need to go to the keep, because I found 2 war deposits. We make the best armor for the army. And then we assemble the sword. Some new ore deposits. Those are 2 new. Should be enough. If it's not enough, then not really enough. Let's see. Andaria. Upgrade my man's armor. He can make it happen. I want the best armor you can make. From chainmail, flexible, blah blah blah. 50,000 gold. Yes, I don't have 50,000 gold. What? 37k. Let's see where's. Look at it now. The Sly Blade. +3 doom on hit. Displacement. Negative energy. That's 20,000. It's good enough to make armor. Best. 50,000. That's the final upgrade. Nothing else though. Want to see the status. But I think it's the final. Should be the final. Training is best, unit strength is high, weapons are best, armor is best. Roll security is high, land security is average, it's gonna be high. One more time pass, 82%. We're good. Found natural armor. +4. It's 30.
Yes. Yeah.
Make your path mine.
Yes.
Follow me, now.
Summoner tormented. Flame strike and fire. Only usable by evil build. That's for Amujero. That one. Very good, we can go. Where's the boy? The Ruins of Arvan should be next. Walls, Valley, Strange Clearing, all of this is done. Ruins of Arvan. Encounter something on the way. Pixies. Why would I do that? Yes. Prepare to die. What the fuck? back in real pieces.
By my direction, attack!
Pixies live. What? Pixie lads. The song port. Can I recruit orcs, by the way? Fight against the shadow. Where is your leader? Tank. Support. They've been the lads of the King of Shadows. They slowly drained of life until nothing remains. It means we have little time to travel to the West Harbor into the sky. We cannot delay. We should not stray from our goal. Slowly drained. What do you mean slowly drained?
We are here, yet I do not feel the effect of the King of Shadows as I thought.
Nice. Any idea why?
If I were to hazard a guess, it'd be the ruins covering our heads.
Kelgar is the smartest. What the fuck? So it should slowly drain a
This
life
place
from
is
us.
still. Even the air hesitates in its crawl.
What now?
Where the blade was shattered, the land will be marked. That is where we must go if we are to make the Blade of Gith as it was.
Once there, then what?
The Blade of Gith is not simply a thing of pieces. When you bring the shards together, your will is what makes it complete, nothing else. I can guide you, help focus you, Kalakcha. But the way will not be easy, and the dangers will not be physical ones. The reasons are twinned. The scar on the land, your village, still holds some of the blade's strength. But the scar also lies within the domain of the King of Shadows. In remaking the blade in such a place, you give the Sword of Gith a taste of our enemy. And once Gith's blade has tasted the essence of a foe, it never rests until its enemy lays dead before its master.
confusion decreased. Why are you still here if you're dead? I don't know. Cannot leave. What can you do for us? You know where comes from.
By my direction, attack! These enemies will not stand against us for long. Jesus Christ, what is this? The entire village turned into a shadow. By my direction, attack!
It's gone. Look at the starlight. Huh? Give yourself shadows. Later shadow. It is not a shadow. God, 108 crit. No, there isn't here anymore. Main's root protects against toxins. With shadow left. Shadow left. Stupid question. That's the scar.
We are here. This is the place. I can feel it. The scar runs deep. It is here that we must mend the blade anew and close the wound. Yet without your presence and focus, this is but a place. Is your will here?
Unprepared.
Very well. Sit with me. Listen to my voice. Grasp the hilt and close your eyes. Hear not just my words, but the meaning behind them. Zerthamon's will, my will, your will. Let us all be as one. In this place, broken upon shadow, carved deep in earth, what once was sundered from two peoples born, make all that was scattered whole again, by the heart that guides the will, by the will that guides the hand, and the hand that guides the blade. And the hand that guides the blade. It was your will that reformed the blade. I merely walked with you. Only for you will the sword live. No longer do you carry the heart of the sword. Truly, now you are its heart.
What's the blue energy glowing from it?
But enough of... Wait. Something comes.
How does it feel to be back home, shard bearer? Is that the famed blade? It looks so fragile, and little use without you to hold it together.
I think you will find its edge more than a match for shadow and mere words. Will you test it, Thrall of Shadows?
My master does not fear a poorly forged blade, nor a poorly forged hero.
Okay, test it on you first.
Hold the Thrall of Shadows at bay. I will give voice to its true name, by which it may be undone.
I brought some friends to help you with the recitation. You may recognize them. After all, they once lived in West Harbor.
Be careful. The poisonous shadow of this land clings to this reaver. We must hurry.
First of all, what am I getting? Silver Sword of Geth. What the fuck? 1d8 universal. Versus outsiders. Versus magical. It's +3 all attributes. Blindness on hit, all resist. Spell resist. It has a blade storm, restoration, shard barrier, and shard kingdom. Word by Zertimon for gift. For separation races. Inscription on the spell. I hope you're gonna start reciting immediately.
Yes. These enemies will not stand against us for long.
We have company.
Deal with shadows. Reciting or not? Don't troll. shit, I can't do it without her. Although maybe the blade could kill Shadow Reaver. No, it cannot. She needs to decide. How am I supposed to keep her safe? What? She never started to decide. It's useless. That was fucking useless. She cannot die. She needs to recite, but she didn't recite. That's the problem. She needs to fucking recite. Open up with buffs. Pray to God she starts reciting from the start.
By my direction, attack!
Crossfire.
Yes.
Hot. Here.
Crossfire.
Here.
Got them spotted. Here.
Yes.
How can I help?
Follow me.
Yes.
I've got them spotted. Here.
It's enough.
Everybody, follow me.
We're gonna
Clear
speed it up.
here. This is the place I can feel it. Yet
Hold the
without
buffs,
your
Jimmy.
presence, very well. Sit with me. Listen to my voice.
She
Hear
can't
not
get
just
touched. If
my
she gets
words,
touched, we
but the
die.
meaning behind. Zerthamon's will.
But it seems like
In
it's
this
but
place,
Amonjero
broken
does it
what once
3
was
times faster.
sundered, from make all that was scattered whole by the will that guides the and and the hand that guides the blade. It only for you, but an
How does it feel to be back home, Shard? My master does not...
Hold.
I brought some friends to help you with the recitation. You may recognize that.
These enemies will not stand against us for
Can
long.
you start reciting from the start? Do not throw.
Well, look who showed up.
It seems enemies have arrived.
Well, look who showed up.
You're reciting. What are you doing?
Illithid, mind flayer slave.
Tell me you're reciting. Recite. Don't cast spells, recite. bugged. It seems like only a Monjero can decide. This is a bug. It has to be a bug. Bitch, recite. Recite. I don't know how to make it this time. Should I write a recite? Recite, you bitch. She's bugged. Monjero does it immediately.